Hey everyone, Happy New Year. Welcome back. This is lesson number 2. We're doing 30 days to communications excellence. The first and most important lesson of NLP is that there is a really big difference between verbal communication and nonverbal communication. It's not what you say, but all of the extras that you say that are going along with it. What do I mean? You're a parent and your kid comes home from school and you say, "Hi Jimmy, how was school?" And Jimmy goes, "Fine, I guess." Now, technically, verbally, the answer was, "Fine, I guess." But the nonverbals, his holding his head down, the tonality, the pace at which he was speaking, all indicate what we call an incongruity. The words did not match the nonverbals. Okay? So, if our communication only paid attention to verbals, we would get into a lot of trouble. So, for example, "Hi, how was school?" "Fine, fine, I guess." "Oh, that's great. I'm so happy to hear that." You would be missing the essential message, which is there's something wrong. Now, I don't care what kind of a wizard you are, unless you open up that expression of "fine, I guess," you don't really know what happened. Someone could have stolen his lunch money, okay? He could have struck out in baseball during phys ed. The pretty little girl he likes to sit next to at lunch could have gone and sat next to someone else instead. If you try and mind read what's going on, you're probably not going to get really high quality information. It's not important right now what's really going on inside the little boy's mind. What is important is the incongruity between the verbal message and the nonverbals. Now, nonverbals can consist of even the slightest elements that give you away. If you were playing poker, they would call this a tell. So if you get your deck of cards and you look at them and you do a Mr. Spock and one of your eyebrows goes up, you have given something away. It could be that you have like a really phenomenal hand, or it could have been like in the history of playing cards, nobody's has had a hand worse than the one that I have. But you've said something. And the key to understanding real communication is finding out when there is an incongruity, what's really going on. Okay? Now, in writing, there is also incongruity. Okay? So, if your letter is filled with hype and you are promising them a multi-million-dollar business, you're going to make $100,000 a day. I'm going to teach you how to do it. Here are all these testimonials, rah, 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 and it only costs $1. Well, there's a real incongruity here between you're saying, well, it's not really worth that much. Okay? A lot of people have problems with incongruity. Okay? There are people that say, "I'm a people person. I'm a people person. You know what? I love people." But then you try and get close to them at a seminar, and Mr. People Person becomes Mr. Private Person. Okay, they're not. They're a people person when they're on stage. We see incongruity all the time. We get used to incongruity. Okay, there wasn't a single person who did not read President Bill Clinton and didn't notice that he would tell a lie whenever he would blink. And so in his famous speech about Monica Lewinsky or answering questions, I did not have sex with that woman. And he was blinking the whole time when normally he didn't do that. So the nonverbals and the verbals were incongruous. I'd like you to start paying attention to incongruities that you see around you. I'd like you to pay attention to incongruities in video, in audio. Now, incongruity in video and audio is used with great effect by comics. Pay attention to masters of incongruity. Go right now onto YouTube, and I know that there's some stuff there from Bill Cosby. Listen to some Bill Cosby stuff and listens to how he uses incongruity. You know, the famous chocolate cake for breakfast comes to mind. He's an absolute master of this, turning it to the advantage. Most of us don't see mastery in incongruity. We just see people who are notoriously poor communicators. So today's exercise for you is go out and start paying attention to incongruities, and in the back of your mind say, okay, there was a difference between the verbal message and the nonverbal message. I wonder what message they are really intending to send. That's what we're going to be talking about in the days and weeks to come. So we're going to eliminate our own incongruities, okay? And when you can start eliminating your own, you can help open up other people and help them communicate more effectively as well. This is going to be great. I'll see you tomorrow.